Hey, music teachers out there. If you are like me and spend time watching music teacher things on YouTube, you are probably bombarded by a fair amount of ads for Yousician. I recently checked it out and I feel like it is a really good platform to start teaching students about self directed learning. And so I've worked up a lesson plan for how to engage students in creating their own goals for their education using Yousician as the backbone platform for that. So I wanted to give a little bit of an introduction to Yousician, how to navigate it, features that I think are important for students to know about, and we'll kind of go through it and look at what it is. So once you set up an account, it'll put you straight to the home screen, and what you see here these are some lesson plans that I picked out earlier, and if we're going through, they keep them here. The Learn menu is this really nice, attractive, sequential order for students to move through. So if you have a student that has picked guitar as the thing that they want to explore, then this is where they would start going through. Now, if they know some stuff already, there's nothing to stop them from jumping down and trying these. If you click them, you take this little skill test and it'll let you in. So they can skip ahead if they want to, but I would advise them to, take it easy, start from the beginning and move forward. So you have missions, which are laid out sequentially. You have workouts, which are a little bit just drier. So like if I wanted to go to scales, you have pretty clear use of what scales they're looking at. All of these have difficulty ratings over here. So for younger students, you might say like, hey, check out some of the 2-level scales. Probably don't go past the 4-level scales. Give them some guidelines. The challenges are really fun. So they have here. I'll play this one. So I'll show you what this looks like. So there's play or practice mode. The difference is that practice you can slow down, but so you can see it's really fun. It looks attractive. It should be engaging to students, and you see right here that it helps. If it's having audio issues, it'll do things like auto prompts, and it'll help you get that set up, which is fantastic. Now, unlike Rocksmith and things of the past that needed a special cable and interface, Yousician just works totally off of a microphone, which makes it much better and easier to get to a whole class of students because there's no proprietary gear involved. So the goal of this whole lesson plan is have students pick an instrument so they can toggle between instruments over here. So guitar, piano, ukulele, bass, and vocals. And there's a few accessibility things that I think are important. So left-hand mode. So your left-hand students can flip it over. Colorblind mode, if you have it, that applies to any of your students. So they pick their instrument. And then they make a plan and say, I am a brand new beginner to guitar. So by a month, I want to be playing my cowboy chords or something, and you can help them pick what an appropriate goal may be. And then you say, well, okay, so weekly, where do you want to be if in a month you want to be out there? And they make weekly goals for themselves. So if you click over here, you get this profile view. And they can use this to track their progress. You can use this to do weekly check-ins. They can sit over here and say, I want to spend 20 minutes a day over here, or maybe just 10. They can set timers for themselves and it'll track it. It'll say it logs weekly where they are, which is really cool. There are some social functions. So, they could look at some of their friends that are using it too, which is cool. So if that's motivating to your class, maybe get that worked up. But so hopefully this could be useful for your class. Teach them a little bit about how to set goals, how to meet goals. Yousician is a really solid platform. you get to focus on a lot of the kind of like meta cognitive stuff with Yousician because the platform is solid. You know, they have videos that walk people through it. They have these really well done interactive like play along lessons. You can slow them down. You can turn on a metronome. You know, so I think it's a good excuse to work on things that are a little bit trickier, like self regulation. Um, Great. Well, hopefully this sparks some ideas for you, and let me know how it goes. Thanks.